countrymen. Gentlemen, you must know that Pakistan Space Research Center is the third best space facility in the world. Indeed, it was us who discovered the presence of noble gases on Mars. We built the first space complex on the moon. We are the ones who realized that pens don't work in space. Because there is no gravity in space and the ink does not flow downwards. This happened 2 years ago and I asked you guys to then develop a pen that works in space. That still hasn't happened. It's been 2 years. Why is it hard to carry out such a task? I want that pen by the end of this week. Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Get out. Yeah, tell that kid in turn to bring the files. What have you done? Just leave it.
Sorry, sir.
Kids these days, they can't do anything right. Everything has to be done by us. Who hired him anyways? Dr. Mariam, you were saying?
If you latch on a pressure motor to the back of the pen, the pressure will be exerted on the ink, hence pushing the ink downwards and making the pen work. Therefore, the pen will write.
The pressure motor will just splatter the ink all over. If we are to control the pressure from the motor, the pen will be the size of a wrench, which is extremely unpractical.
What I say we should do is introduce an electromagnetic ink and have a revolution electromagnetic ray gun around the pen that will direct ink downwards. Hence, the ink will flow downwards and it will be easy to use.
Zara, we are very tight on budget and cannot afford to buy uranium ion generators for the ray gun. Also, since there is vacuum in space, the rays will harm the scientists. No matter how thick their suits are, the rays will harm them. And when they come back to Earth, the infrared rays from the sun will react with the ray effects from space, causing cancer.
Listen people, we aren't getting anywhere like this. I think we should introduce roller ball pens. That way, the ink will stick onto the rollers and hence when the astronaut writes, the ink will come off and stick onto the paper. I think it's the most simple and practical solution.
Might sound good, but the problem is we have no idea if it will work or not until it is actually tested in space. Because your ideas do not have proper tested equations, and making these equations will take too damn long.
Well, that is true.
Where is that kid? What's his name? Danielle, where is he? Still hasn't brought my tea.
And the blue Dell files I asked for.
5407 Bloomsdale 1998.
Where's my tea? You forgot my tea, didn't you?
I'm sorry?
Useless.
You're
Absolutely useless.
These are the wrong files. Bring the blue Dell ones.
Sorry?
Moron.
Pathetic.
God, these kids cannot do anything these days. Nimrods. We simply asked for the files to get the tea.
Sir, these are the right files.
Yes, thank you.
This may sound crazy, but you're not going to be able to make that pen. So, may I propose something?
How many years of training we all have? Where we all graduated from?
Stanford.
Cambridge.
Caltech.
Oxford.
MIT.
What makes you think you can solve this? We have been on this project for 2 years now, and we all have at least 8 years of training. All of us are specialized in innovative equipment engineering. Do we think some kid is going to verse us in something so complex that he or she cannot even understand and figure it all out? I don't think so.
Neither do I.
You cannot think like we do.
Dr. Hassan, let's just see what the child has to say.
Sir, you can't develop a pen that's practical enough or efficient enough to work in space. But then again, sir, who said you needed a pen?
What are you saying?
Instead of a pen, use a pencil.
It isn't the size or height of a person, or any bodily feature for that matter, that differentiates a man from a child, for a man could look exactly like a child and vice versa. It's merely the difference in mindset that separates them. It's not about how it separates them, it's about why. Man, involved in his daily races, influenced by his surroundings, thinks on a given path and does not recognize the simplicity of a problem, while a child, unexposed to the world, can think on his or her own without any external influences. And evidence suggests so, as man could not develop a pen that could write in space in 2 years' time, while a child came up with a simple solution within seconds. Too often, man searches for answers thinking outside the box, while a child, understanding the true nature of a problem, finds them within the box. Hence, we can say man's experience in this world will always be second to a child's thinking. After all, children are the only original thinkers left on this earth.